I think I may have watched every show on Netflix during this quarantine. What's happening on Netflix? I mean, this past year, I've gotten like a slew of foreign video suggestions, and they're all overdubbed in English. Like, the dubbing makes everything either look stupid, it makes the acting look horrible. I can't even pay attention to the plot. I mean, can you imagine I shot my cooking videos that way?
I've been cooking for 35 years, and every day I learn something. There's one thing that will always destroy your ability to cook, and that is fear.
I wonder if they shoot English videos and overdub them in foreign languages.
Demonom.
Wo Heisenberg.
What's up, friends? I'm George Gianaris. I'm a chef of 35 years and a restaurateur of 25 years. My family-owned restaurant has been in service for 44 years. And if you're looking for professional tips on how to eat healthy, save money, and cook like a pro, you've come to the right place, because that is what I'm all about. That's what this channel is all about. Please hit that subscribe button now. It's free, and the how-to videos I share with you each week are worth being notified about. Subscribing to my channel will get you those weekly notifications. Today I'm going to teach you not one, not two, but 3 ways to make the ultimate coffee. I learned how to make coffee this way literally 38 years ago, and what's old is now new again, because this way of making coffee is trending like crazy now. It's gone viral on the internet. We're going to focus today on what's called a whipped coffee. Now, the king of whipped coffees has not quite gone viral yet, but it's everywhere in Greece, and it's one of the most popular coffees amongst Greeks here in the United States. It's known as Frappe, and the most recognized brand of coffee that is used for Frappe, and the one we will be using here today, is this one by Nescafe. How you make Frappe is up to you, with or without sugar, with or without milk. I drink my coffee black, no sugar, but when I'm in the mood for a good Frappe, I always use a little milk and sugar. Now, I like to make mine in a shaker, but if you have one of these little frothers, it works well. Either way, the results are the same. The recipe is 1 heaping teaspoon of instant coffee, 1 heaping teaspoon of organic sugar with a little bit of water. Now, whipping this type of coffee generates a lot of foam, and some people like that foam. Not me. I'm not terribly fond of it. So adding milk to the whipped coffee keeps the foam down to a minimum. If you like the froth, add the milk as the last ingredient. Add ice and water to the top, and you're done. No matter how tempting it is to guzzle, it is that delicious. Do not drink it quickly. You have to sip it or else pay the consequences of either a coffee buzz that's on par with a hit of speed or a very bad upset stomach, or both. Now, before my good friend Rick retired, every morning he would go to Starbucks and drink a venti flat white latte with 6 shots of espresso in it. And the first time he tried Frappe, I warned him about it. He blew me off. He was blown away and how strong it was. So be careful when you start drinking this stuff. The second type of coffee I'm going to show you how to make today is the now famous Dalgona coffee. The first time I made this coffee, I was 12 years old and I was living in Greece. The base recipe is the same as the Frappe. 1 rounded teaspoon of coffee, 1 round teaspoon of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of cold water. Whip it with the frother until it stops working. Yes, it will get that thick, almost becoming a paste. Then you just add hot water and stir, or if you prefer, hot milk. Now, you can make a few of these at one time. Just multiply the recipe and use the smallest immersion blender you can find. The difference is that you have to make sure that the amount of coffee, sugar, and water mixture you use will be taller in the glass than the gap between the immersion blender blades and the bottom of the immersion blender. Otherwise, it won't whip. Back to my good friend Rick. When he was in college, he worked in an Irish-owned restaurant/tavern that was famous for their Irish coffee. I told him that, hands down, I make the best Irish coffee. He sneered at me. He literally sneered at me. Then he challenged me to an Irish coffee throwdown, and I kicked his Irish coffee's ass. Let me start off by saying that you can make Irish coffee non-alcoholic if you wish, and I will show you how to do that in a minute. Start with the Dalgona coffee recipe from before. Then you're going to make your own whipped cream. Half a cup of heavy cream so that it will reach the bottom of the immersion blender. Please use an organic heavy cream, and here's why. Other than organic heavy cream, to my knowledge, there is no heavy cream in the United States that does not use a preservative. Please avoid preservatives. You add a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and whip it using your immersion blender. Let's talk about the Irish whiskey. Not all Irish whiskeys are created equal. And when the alcohol starts to evaporate from your hot Irish coffee, the flavor of the Irish whiskey is really going to shine in the coffee. The one that I have found that makes the best Irish coffee is Tullamore DEW. To make it non-alcoholic, you need to burn off the alcohol, and that can be dangerous, so please be careful. Never pour alcohol over an open flame, and keep a lid handy in case things get out of control. You're going to add a quarter cup of Irish whiskey to a pan. When it starts to simmer, you light it up. And when the flame goes out and it smolders, the alcohol is gone. To the Delgado mix, you're going to add hot water. You're going to fill it up about halfway and stir it. Then you either add off your burned off alcohol or 2 ounces of straight Irish whiskey. Top it with your whipped cream. Hands down, the best Irish coffee you will ever have. There you have it, the ultimate coffee 3 ways. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy and safe. Visit my website for printable recipes and hit that subscribe button.